Hello and welcome to another IsoDec tutorial video. My name is John Pavic and today I will be walking you through processing of LCMS files using a Python script. So we're going to start out by just processing a single LCMS file and then we will step up to processing full directories full of some particular file type. So to start, we are going to need our runtime import, which we already have. IsoDec runtime. And we want a phase res of 8. And then to process the file, all we're going to do is eng.process file. And process our file path. Before we run this, we want to change the working directory to the directory of this particular file. And then just for the sake of time, you will not want to do this in really any case, but we're gonna reduce the knockdown rounds to 1. The only purpose of that is to allow this to finish processing sooner, so we can fit more into this video without hanging out and waiting. And then once our file has processed, we're gonna export peaks. We want MSAlign export, and then we're going to want to get the file name. So this should give us just the base file name without the extension. And let's see, we also need the reader, because that's what's going to allow us to pull the information associated with each MS2. So basically like what MZ window was isolated and what precursors exist in that window. So let's get that running. Because we're doing one knockdown round, this should go quite quickly. And you can see, it's ripping through pretty quick. While that goes, I will also kind of walk you through how to set this script up to work for like a whole directory full of files, and that's where this match files method that we've had defined here for a while is going to come in. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to give you a list of files within a particular directory that contain a particular string. In this case, so our directory is just going to be this. And then in this case we want raw files, but you can substitute this for MZML or essentially whatever sort of file type you have. So that's going to give us raw files, and then we can just do this should give us, because this isn't the full file path, this should just give us the file name, eng.process file. Because we're in that directory, we should be fine. And then reader is going to be, we can define all these. So we can define our activation type. This is ETHCD data, so we'll set that. And we're also going to set this max precursors to 1. So IsoDec has the ability to report multiple isolated precursors in a semicolon defined list within the MSAlign file, but many existing search engines don't allow that, so we can limit it to 1 and avoid that. It looks like we have finished processing our file. It didn't have that many scans, which is, I guess, not super surprising, and we have our MS1 and MS2 MSAlign files. These are then compatible with searching in software such as Topic. So you could just go that route. So we can delete that now that we've got this all set up. We cannot delete all that because we do not have this all set up. So we need to keep the defined engine, but we should be able to now run this, and assuming, so yeah. So here we have 6 raw files, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, each with their associated name, and we can look in that directory, sort by type, and lo and behold, yep, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raw files. So now this is going to basically just work through each of those. We have gotten rid of the statement that set the knockdown rounds to 1. So this is going to take some time, usually like 3 to 5 minutes per file. These are pretty big files, like 12,000 scans, so they tend to take a while. But yeah, so this will iterate through. It'll give you an MSAlign for each of these files. What I did forget to do here, and just for posterity's sake, we're going to stop this and set file name to file name, because otherwise it just gives you a default file name. Now we can restart that up, and now we are processing this particular file. And as you can see, it is just that file name minus the .raw portion, which is exactly what we wanted and should give us nice exported file names that make sense and can be easily traced back to their file of origin. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and check back for more. Thanks.